Hey guys, Mumber and Kid here, coming to you again. How's everybody doing on there? And hope everybody is well as always. Welcome back to another uh, Flash recap uh, for this bad boy right here. Um, I do love that title. Um, well, back again for another recap thought video for episode 3 of season 1, entitled "Things You Can't Outrun." That was the name of this title. Um, In this episode, the villain of the is the Mist, who is not actually a Flash villain. He's actually a arch enemy of Starman. Once again, being the geek that I am, yeah, I know that kind of stuff. um, but it was still cool to see him, though. Um, basically, he's going around killing people that basically caused his downfall. He started off with killing a crime family that he worked for. He was their hitman. He next went after the judge that convicted him, and I'll get to the last victim later. Um, but this episode also was also the first appearance and debut of Ronnie Raymond. Um, for the first time, we actually get to see him in flashbacks because it was during this time Dr. Wells and them were going to retrofit the particle accelerator for something else, and this kind of brought up a lot of memories uh, of that day. And we got to see Ronnie for the first time. He was their engineer, I believe. And for all those who don't know, Ronnie Raymond was played by Robbie Amell, Stephen Amell's cousin. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one, guys. Um, we got to see that, and it was you could see that he and Kat were really in love, and things like that. Their relationship was going well, and everybody was excited for what was to come. And unfortunately, things happened, and Barry is with Kat, and he understands what she's kind of going through, and uh, it. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, guys. With all honesty, I kind of sense that they may be trying to set Barry and Kat up. I don't know. It just felt that way for me in this episode. But also on the flip side, Iris is still dealing with not telling her dad about that she's dating his partner, um, and it kind of gets a little complicated from there. But when Barry does come in contact with uh, Nimbus, he kind of is no match for him. And I gotta admit, the guy who played the Mist looked creepy as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie. He looked creepy. And at first I thought it was David Finch. I was like, is that David Finch? And then I looked again, I was like, no, not tall enough. But yeah, he was creepy as heck. And the first encounter with him, Barry nearly dies. Um, and I gotta point this out too. Hopefully, uh, we start to see Barry learn some kind of hand-to-hand combat technique or something, because he surely gets his. I wouldn't say he gets his butt handed to him, but I would really like him to learn some. You know, I don't care if it's just boxing or something. I just want to see him be able to like throw down if he needs to. But we kind of get to see that in this episode. Like the Mist, like he just sucks up the Mist and nearly killed him. And it was luckily that because of his super speed, he was able to get away. And it was also because of that they get a sample of what he can do, what Nimbus can do, and things like that, and try to find an antidote. Uh, but yeah, once again, the episode is really about a lot of flashbacks. We're seeing this, you know, Ronnie, when the particle accelerator was going into like meltdown, uh, he went down into it to try to fix it with Cisco, and he told Cisco to promise him that I believe Cat not come down or anything like that. Correct me, guys, on that. And we kind of see that, and it kind of like tidbits of showcasing, oh, this be the birth of Firestorm, in a sense, because we all know Firestorm will be in the series. So kind of interesting to see. But I'm not saying that I wouldn't mind Cat and Barry together, but it's just that it's kind the seeds are being planted, in my opinion. There's some seeds being planted. I'm just saying, it just felt like that. It really, really felt like they're planting something for Barry and Cat, since Iris is dating, you know, since the way they're going with this version of Iris. Um, However, we also get to see Detective West uh, finally go see Barry's dad, and kind of like a heartfelt apology to him, saying like, "I'm sorry, I should have believed you. You know, I'm gonna do everything I can to get you out of here," and things like that, which was fine. Um, but unfortunately, this led to we find out who the third target was, and it was actually Detective West. He was the arresting officer, and Nimbus attacks him and poisons him. Luckily, Barry gets there in time and gives him the antidote that they got from, you know, Barry sucking in a lot of Nimbus in a sense. Um, and Barry's dad is watching the whole thing, and this is where I was watching with my brother, and I was glad to see they put this in the show. Barry sees his dad looking at him, and he starts to vibrate his face. Now, for all those who don't know this, especially for any Flash fan out there, you will know this, like yours truly here. Um, the original Flash, Jay Garrett, used to do that a lot. Remember, Jay Garrett never wore a mask. He just wore that Hermes helmet, and his face was fully shown. So to make sure that people never saw his face, or when they take pictures of him or he's being interviewed, you couldn't see his face. Um, he used to vibrate his face really fast, and we got to see that. And I was like, that's a wink at Jay Garrett right there. I was like, yeah, wink, wink. I was like, I thought that was really. I was like, yeah, good wink for Jake, to the original Flash. Um, but I like the way Barry defeated Mist in this. I thought it was very interesting and very cool and actually very smart, because for me, I even started to like put that like, okay, there's no way he can stay in his Mist form forever. Like, he's got to have like a certain limit to it, and they kind of found it out, and that's how Barry was able to defeat him. Smart, very smart indeed, and it was really good. I really enjoyed that very much, really much enjoyed that. And we get to see that they put him in Nimbus in in a prison down underneath them. The funniest thing about the episode was that Detective West knew that Iris was dating his partner, and I even thought it too. I was like, he's a detective. Like, really, he's not gonna figure that out. Funny, that was funny. But it's the ending once again. It's a flashback, but it's an ending once again with Dr. Wells, and he goes into his secret room again, and ooh, like, what a cliffhanger! Like, what? This was some Peter David cliffhangers, man, and I was like, holy crap! Like, okay, once again, you got my attention, and these flashbacks have kept my attention, and if you guys keep my attention, I'm gonna keep watching the show. Um, but Very good episode. Still continuing. Um, was it better than last week's episode? I won't say that, but it was good enough. Next episode, we get the first, I believe, the first appearance of my favorite of the rogues, Leonard Snart, Captain Cold. Yes, we get to see Captain Cold. Uh, I think Wentworth Miller will do a good job as the character. Um, I can't wait to see Glider. I can't wait to see Pied Piper, Heat Wave. All these characters are coming. I'm looking forward to all these characters, and I'm looking forward to that Flash Arrow crossover that is coming. Um, but other than that, guys, a solid episode. We got to see first appearances of characters that have been mentioned before, or I should say character, and we got a little bit more into Cat, you know, and yeah, good stuff as always. But other than that, guys, this is Mongrel Kid, the Omni Geek High Lord of New York, saying peace, one love, stay tuned, keep it real, guys. Stay on board because I'm staying on board, and let's keep riding that Speed Force because I think it's going to be one hell of a ride. So I'll see you guys next week with another recap thought video for Flash, and I am out. Take care.